In the last video, we created a depth of field effect in Sketchup. Today, we'll create the same effect in Photoshop. Welcome to Vray Sketchup series at magandang araw sa inyong lahat. We need at least two images. This will be our background image and this will be our foreground. Our foreground image is a pink file, and to create this type of file in SketchUp, we need to render our SketchUp model using the default sunlight. And save it as a pink file. Let's drag this image and place it here. Control T on the keyboards. So I think this will do. Click this check mark to accept the transformation that we did. Let's duplicate this layer. Later on, you'll find out why. Now we will create 3 copies. That would be Control J on the keyboard. Let's hide the visibility of this layer. That would be layer 1 by clicking on this eye icon. Now we will work on this layer, background copy 3. We will create a gradient blur effect from left to right, the rightmost portion of the image receiving the least blur effect. Press Q. Now for the moment, we are working in quick mask mode. Click on the gradient tool button and click from left to right. Now again, press Q to exit quick mask mode. Now this becomes a selection. We'll go to the filter menu and select lens blur. So this is the result that we got, but we can still enhance this image by adjusting these parameters. If you want to add some noise, just grab this handle. And if you want to reverse the effect, the leftmost portion of our image receiving the least blur effect, we can do so by checking on this invert box. But let's get back to that previous effect. Again, let's uncheck this one. And I don't want a noise effect, so I'll slide this back to 0. Now let's click OK. Press Ctrl D to unselect. And let's unhide layer 1 or our foreground image. We'll hide this layer for a while and work on the next one to try some other results. Press Q on the keyboards. Again, we are working in quick mask mode. Click on the gradient tool button and click this way. Before we go to the filter menu, we have to click Q once again to exit quick mask mode. Let's go to the lens blur. Lower the blur effect to 40 and click OK. Control D to deselect. Let's hide this layer and work on the next one. In the filter menu, let's try fill blur. Now this thing here is called the fill blur pin. It is the focal point of the blur effect. There are 3 ways to adjust the blurriness of our background layer. We could place a value or type of value inside this box. Grab this handle and slide it. But the coolest one would be adjusting it with the fill blur pin. Surely we can move this pin. We can add another pin. Just left click on the mouse. For a while, let's turn off our blur effect. This area seems to be the farthest one, and this one seems to be the nearest one to our subject. We could give this the most blur effect. Followed by this one. And this one maybe just stays the same. Let's further adjust it. Let's grab this here and adjust the blurriness, something like this, and click OK. Notice that our foreground layer is so sharp, it doesn't seem to blend well with our background layer. As a final touch, we're gonna adjust this one. We are going to again go to our fill blur, but before that we should select our foreground layer, in this case our layer 1. Reposition this blur pin somewhere here. And lower the blur effect. I think this is good. Let's hit OK. Thank you guys for watching. 2K subs na po tayo. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang mga Pinoy Visualizers.